Hi students, myself Neeraj Mishra is greeting all of you in the new session and in the new class. But I'm very panicked to say that we are not interacting with you physically. In this class, we are coming only in touch with you through this video. But from my side, I will try my best to convey the required subject related matters to you and try to help you know about the most important and related topic of the chapter. Students, the video is simply related to class 9 and 10, in which the chapter 1, which title is Methods of Communication, is going to describe. This chapter begins with the term communication. Students, you all are well acquainted with the term communication. You know what is the communication, but basically we define the communication is the method of conveying our information from one place to another place, from one person to other person, by using the different techniques and methods. The term communication is ever taken place in our lives, such as watching TV program, reading newspaper, ordering required items from online shop, sending emails from one place to another place, working on social sites and so on. These all are the different ways through which we communicate with each other. Communication is described in three different types. Is divided into three different types. The first one is verbal, second one is non-verbal, and third one is visual communication. So let us start with the verbal communication. Verbal communication is what? This is the communication in which the informations are conveyed using the spoken words or in the form of written statements, written sentences, written words. But while communicating with the people in the mode of verbal communication, the main thing in this communication is that we have to know while communication, it is important to know about the people with whom we are communicating. Why? Because the meaning of our saying is totally depends on the thoughts, perceptions and feeling of the communicating people. It means the meaning of our sentences, the meaning of our saying is totally described by the person as per their nature, as per their ideas, as per their perceptions. So while communicating with the people verbally, it is important for us to prepare the messages as the receiver's point of view. We'll have to talk with the people as per looking the mindset of the people. So this is the main thing of the verbal communication. Again, verbal communication is of two types. The first one is oral and second one is the written communication. Oral communication is what? Oral communication is the communication in which we use the spoken words. We use the words. So it includes the different aspects such as face-to-face talking, video conversation, telephonic talking, messages transmitted through the radio, and so on. And our communication can be influenced. This communication is influenced by our speed of speaking, our volume, our clarity of speaking, our clarity of sound, and so on. So these all are the different things that simply influence our communication. Next one, have to know about the advantages of the communication. Following are the advantages of the oral communication. First, we get instant feedback. While communicating, we get instant feedback in the mode of oral communication. Second, easy to know. In this communication, it becomes quite easy to know whether the person is understanding our thoughts or not. Second one. Third one, in this communication, there is a higher scope of instant clarification. Suppose the person with whom we are talking unable to understand my thoughts, then they can clear the same matters. So clarification can be easily done. Next, this communication saves time. It saves time. This communication saves time because we use our spoken words, our words in the verbal mode. Next advantage, this communication is most reliable. Is most reliable than the other type of communication. Why? Because we see the face of each other, and the body languages of each other help to increase the reliability and trust in between us. That's why this is the most important advantages of oral communication. But some are disadvantages of this communication. First, in this communication, we have less time to think before giving reply. And second one, because we interact directly with the people, so it creates a chance of arguments. This communication creates a chance of arguments. So this is the disadvantages of oral communication. Next one is written communication. Next one type of oral communication is written communication. So in this mode of communication, signs and symbols, or the words written in printed form, or in the handwritten form are used. The messages can be conveyed in the form of email, in the form of memos, in the form of printed page, and so on. In the form of letters, in the form of handwritten letters, printed letters, and so on. So this form of communication is also influenced by the different components, different things such as our grammar, our vocabulary, our writing styles, our setting the sequence of the sentences is the right form, and so on. So this is also very important in the written communication. Again, this form of communication basically used in where this communication is used, it is basically used in our official work, because mostly the messages are sent from one place to another place in the form of emails, in the form of printed letters. So it is very important to be well acquainted with the grammar and vocabulary. After that would be possible is to write the correct form of letters, correct form of written communication. But there are some advantages and disadvantages of this communication. The first one is we have enough time to compose the message, to write the message, to prepare the message. So this is the advantages of the written communication. Next, the written messages can be edited many times till we satisfied with it. Next, the messages can be saved. The messages can be saved for future reference and use. And the last one, it gives, this communication gives sufficient time to the receiver for thinking and takes the needful decisions. So these all are the advantages of the written communication. But some are disadvantages of this communication. What are the disadvantages? First, we do not get instant feedback in the written communication. We can't get the instant feedback in the written communication. Second, it takes time to compose the message. While writing the messages, it takes time. Third one, it needs a good ability of writing. If you are not having the capability of writing the messages, it would be too difficult for a person to write the message in the written. Means it would be too difficult is to communicate with the people in the written form. So that it would be quite important for us is to know well about how to write the message. And the last one, the written communication. In the written communication, the interpretation of our sending messages will totally depend on the mindset of the receivers. So this is the great drawback of the written communication. Students, one more thing have to know. In communication, there must be the existence of the three important components. The first one is the receiver, second one is the sender, and the third one is the medium. What are these all? First one is sender, second one is the communication medium, and the third one is receiver. If these three components are existing, after that will be possible is to do the right communication. So after this point, this one video is completed. We'll meet you again with the new video and with the new topics. Till have a nice day and thank you.